Certainly the exercises we've seen over the past couple of days, Northern Star, Sword 26, and we're in the middle of one of these exercises right now, which is why you'll see the tank behind me and you could see some simulation of live fire. But essentially what they're doing is trying to modernise NATO in response to what we're seeing in Ukraine, and it's essentially called NATO's Eastern Flank Deterrence Innovation. It includes things like traditional capabilities like the tank behind me, Chinook military helicopters, armed forces, but then of course, very important, advanced drone technology, reconnaissance drones, anti-personnel drones, because very much taking into account what's been happening here at the Finnish border and other Baltic states borders of the past few weeks, but also the past couple of years since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. You've seen a lot of threats coming from Russian aggression. So what we also will see is basically a renewed cyber technology, autonomous zones, and effectively the drone wall we've all been talking about. But listen, take a listen to Major Matt Blueby from the US Army, who told me about this, what he calls a kill zone.
A big part of that is not just our own drones, but us, having sensors, a system of networked sensors all integrated together through the same mission command systems, and us linking those together gives us that ability. And so it gives us the ability to have an autonomous kill web that we have. So whether you have, say, incursions in Estonia, but systems in Latvia or Lithuania that can see those, then someone else can use their technology to take those threats out.
So, Shona, the US is participating in this exercise. So does that mean they're fully committed to the NATO alliance?
Yeah, it's a very important question, Maeve, because the Americans have actually led the Sword 26 part of the exercise, which is very important. And as I said, deals with NATO's eastern flank, and it's also about innovation. So it is about the future. Having said all that, we know that the United States is withdrawing its capabilities from the future of NATO, essentially meaning that the US won't be supplying or won't make available capabilities to NATO in times of war or any sort of invasion. And that's very much a Trump administration decision, because as we know, the US has been a leading member of NATO for several decades and does very much take part enthusiastically in these exercises. But there is no doubt that it's not a philosophical conversation anymore. The US is pulling out of NATO, and basically the rest of NATO has to pull up its socks and basically try to fill that gap of those capabilities in the future.